What's up, everyone? I am back in town for my solo RV trip, and this is a bit early. I contacted my taxidermist, Michael Knight, over at Nice Taxidermist, and he's available for me to pick it up. So I'm going to stop by real quick before I go home and before I head back home and go pick it up. I've been geeking all since he told me to come by, so I haven't seen it since I harvested it. And you know, the day I harvested the deer, and I literally went from that spot to his business, and that's the last I've seen of him. All thing I can do is rely on looking at the photos, the video, and everything that I took in the day of in my memory. But to actually get to go and put my hands on it once more, man, it's just amazing. I know everyone's like, oh man, it's just a deer. It's more than that to me, okay? This was unlike the first one. Not my first one. Don't get me wrong, it's very, very memorable to me. It's my first, all right? And the memory sticks to me like a replay and rerun in my head. But this one here is the one I actually put time and effort in, and for it to I guess, surprise me that day, because it was totally unexpected. I put the time and effort in off season, you know, with the food plots, you know, making shooting lanes and everything. I mean, I literally put work in this past season, and for this one right here to see like a product of your labor, that's why this one's a little bit more special. The first one, I felt like, hey, there was deer there. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I got out there, I built the blind. I mean, don't get me wrong, I put work in it, but as far as prepping for the season, I didn't. I just built the blind, put out a feeder, and waited. And it just so happened the last day of general rifle season, I took my first one. I mean, last weekend of my general rifle season, I took my first one. So that was like a memorable thing to me. My first, like, I was a hunting virgin, if you want to say that. And that first one popped my cherry, okay? But this one here, it's like I put work in on this. I mean, sweat, work, tailing, everything, man, to make this one work. And to see that it's not even one of the deer I seen on my camera, it just happened to waltz in early with me sitting there. I mean, I was in a blind for maybe 35-40 minutes, and boom, there he goes. And then it was over with. You know, it's like, it was totally unexpected. So now I get to go and put something physically in my hands around that memory that I still have in my head. It's gonna be so surreal. I've got a spot on the fireplace for him, because my first one is kind of on the left side of the fireplace. I'm gonna throw this one on the right side, or vice versa, whichever one. I might smooth it around, but it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be so nice. So stick with me. All right, folks, I made it back home. Talk with Mike, chopped it up for a bit with him. Great guy. If you ever get a chance, call him up. I'll leave his information down below. It is Nice Taxidermy. His name is Michael Knight, and the guy is phenomenal. I swear, man. I don't really say this about a lot of businesses, but this guy's truly phenomenal in what he does. I don't get anything for saying this. This is 100% strictly my testimony from dealing with this gentleman right here. He's a great guy, all right? But I couldn't wait to fly home to get him put up on the fireplace next to his cousin, because I'm looking at it right now. It's awesome. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and let you guys see it, okay? All right, there we go. The one on the right is from last season, and the one on the left is from this current season. And no, they're not crooked. No, they're not tilted. You know, they're both hung at the exact same height. It's just the one I took this past season, it's just a brute. He's just that big. His body was huge. And one of the things that Mike told me was, wow, it's a big body deer you got. And I was like, yeah, I didn't realize it was that big. I knew when I harvested him, he was the biggest I've ever seen in real life. But when I compared him to one I got on the right just the past season ago, I mean, he dwarfs that one there. It's just freaking unreal, okay? And I asked him to do this one with that little quarter turn on his head. Only reason why I asked for that is because when that deer came out, he had that same look. And he looked at me. He looked in my direction. And that's exactly how he looked. And I was like, oh my God. You know, everything started shaking. I couldn't hardly get my breath. He looked at me. He looked down my shooting lane. And then he just turned around and started walking. And I had to hurry up and get my rifle up and take that shot before he disappeared. But yes, these are the two here. And I'm loving the way they complement my fireplace here. Just kind of show you guys there. I don't care if you have a multi-million-dollar home, have marble and gold fireplace. There's no way you can convince me that your fireplace looks better than mine right now, because that's how bad I'm geeking right now over this. So I couldn't imagine it to look any different than what I'm seeing right here, okay? And one thing that I've done, if you notice around this one's neck here, right there, that is the cartridge from when I took him. And I have the cartridge here from the 6.5 Creedmoor that I shot him with. And I'm gonna put it around his neck. Now, I'm not sure if people already do that or not, but I know I am. For each one that I get, I'm actually gonna save the cartridge and I'm gonna hang it around the neck of the deer that I harvest. Just kind of a memory of what I took them with. One on the right I took with a 30-30 that was given to me by my father-in-law, and the one on the left was taken by my Thompson Center 6.5 Creedmoor that I took. And yeah, looks awesome. And shouts out to my wife, Tiffany Jones, for allowing me to do this. Guys, if y'all don't have a supportive wife that'll let you do these type of things, pray for one, because mine allowed me to do this. It took some convincing to get the first one up. She saw that it didn't look too bad, and she allowed me to get another one up on there. It's gonna probably be pulling teeth if I let her get, allow her to put a third one on top of the clock and kind of make his head tilt down a bit. That would just be totally awesome, but I don't know if she'll let me go for that. If not, it's okay. Folks, again, I'm gonna leave Michael Knight's information. So if you guys want to contact him whenever you get a harvest or anything like that, you can. He's an awesome guy, good fella, does great work. Very busy guy because he does great work. All right. So till then, folks, put down the video games, put down the cell phones, and social media stuff for a moment, and go play outdoors. Till next time, goodbye, y'all.